Hi, I'm Claire Fallon.
And I'm Emma Gray.
We're the hosts of Here to Make Friends, a podcast for anyone who loves
or loves to hate
the Bachelor franchise.
We are here this week to talk about the epic 4-hour-long conclusion to Colton's season of The Bachelor.
In a way, this whole episode was a superlative.
It's the most dramatic episode. The most unexpected, the most anticipated season finale.
It was the most final episode.
Ever. Of all time.
The most biggest final episode. That is correct language.
And it was one of the most surprising and unusual conclusions.
A true Bachelor first.
Indeed.
So let's get into it.
Let's start with something from night one, stiffest upper lip.
We're going to give this one to Tayshia. She really kept it together when Colton delivered the surprising news that he was in love with Cassie, and so therefore she needed to leave at that very moment.
I love Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up comforting him.
Don't cry, please. Are you okay?
Which was really kind of sweet and also just mad props to her. I do not have that kind of composure during a breakup.
Same. She really kept it together, an example for us all to aspire to.
Yes.
Next, most heartbreaking exit.
Hanabi, who truly seemed to believe that she and Colton were going to be in it for the long haul.
I don't know how to take this right now.
Yeah, but I also want to give her another more superlative, most effective cross-examiner.
Lived for her in that hot seat.
You gave everybody a chance until you couldn't anymore. But why wasn't that the case with me?
She really took Colton to task for the way that he handled their breakup and the things that he said to Cassie about his relationships with Tayshia and Hanabi.
That sucked.
Colton himself, not so great at questioning. Hanabi brought it.
I know. If he had just let Hanabi figure it out, she would have been able to tell him who wasn't ready, who said what in the Kaylin-Hanabi feud. I mean, we just needed Hanabi on the case the whole
time. A little
time.
more Hanabi involved in all those investigations. Next, most impossible to reject.
Claire, I think we know who we have to give this one to. It's Colton.
He will literally jump a fence and follow you if you reject him.
I hopped an 8-foot fence and ran away.
Didn't see anyone else doing that this
No, that's
finale.
what it looks like to fight for love. I will not accept love unless someone jumps a fence.
Yeah. Fight whom, we ask.
Who knows? Who can say?
Fight
what
the
are you
person
fighting?
who doesn't want to be with you anymore, presumably.
I mean, maybe don't do that.
Next, we have most horrified by breakups.
Colton's father.
Yeah, he really seemed baffled by the concept.
He was like, they happen. Like, how could they happen? How will my son ever live if it does happen to him more than once?
It hit me. My son's fallen in love. And what if she does not love him back?
Can you imagine going through a breakup more than once?
I can't. But it's great to see that Colton's got a very sheltering family around him during this difficult time.
Very supportive.
Next, we have most aspirational Bachelor ending.
I was super, super into this ending. Colton and Cassie, they are not engaged. They're not living together. They're just dating.
Figuring it out.
Says I love you?
Elle,
Oh.
what are you doing?
I was gonna say I, Colton, love you.
They're like living their lives while in a relationship that may or may not lead to marriage. Whoa.
We even got to see them have a conversation about compromising in order to build a future together. Would love to see that happen again, but let's not count on it.
Don't get your hopes up too high, but yes, we endorse it. Next, most adorkable bachelorette.
Hanabi. I mean, she's the only bachelorette.
Hannah, you are the Bachelorette.
The only one in this season.
Exactly. And, you know, she's definitely going to make us regret having ever heard the phrase roll tide.
Roll Tide!
Like, it already just gives me full body shivers.
Yes, but, you know, she brings the appealing awkwardness or too much awkwardness remains to be seen.
And I did not expect you to call me.
Next, we have the worst suit.
Luke. Luke S. Sorry, there were 2 Lukes that we were introduced to last night within the last 20 minutes of the show. They are going to be on Hanabi's season. And Luke S., who made quite the sexual joke when he entered.
I don't go down south often.
Okay.
But for you, I'd go down anytime.
Was also wearing a really, really bad suit. How would you describe it?
I would describe it as sort of a powder blue window pane style boxy suit.
Men, don't wear it.
Something
don't wear
that,
things like this.
like a gangster might wear in a really stylish period
don't
flick.
think he's in the mob. But who knows? Maybe we'll find out some
It's
exciting
just a fashion
things.
statement.
Next, most age-appropriate Bachelorette contestant.
I love to see this. Connor looked like he was about 19, but he is in fact 24.
My name's Connor.
Is the same age as Hanabi.
Whoa.
Let's get more young guys on the show, is what I'm saying.
That's what equality looks like.
Next, we have most deserving of a big paycheck this next season.
Whoever has to give Hanabi a crash course in making toasts or like speaking in complete sentences.
I'll put a bunch of words that sound good, that are real. They're real words.
Or how to hand out a rose. There's going to be a lot of education that needs to happen.
Hanabi's
on the
media
fly.
trainer, I hope, has a really healthy contract because it will be earned.
I also don't know how to put this line.
And that's it for this season of Superlatives
Join us again for more love
and snark.
when we discuss next season of The Bachelorette.
Until then, you can listen to Here to Make Friends on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks so much for joining us on this beautiful journey.